Hi everyone! I guess by now, many of us have probably heard of the latest round of cooling measures that took place in December 2021. So for those of us who were not very in tune with property news, what were they? First and foremost, we had the increment of the ABSD, the additional buyer stamp duty, and of course next up, we had an adjustment of the TDSR. And last but not least, a reduction of the LTV for those of us who were taking HDB loans. Now, enough of all these sophisticated jargons. I think the important thing for many of us is, so what does that entail us and how is that going to affect our life? Today, let's find out. First up, let's look at the increment of the additional buyer stamp duty. Now, if we are to look at citizens and permanent residents buying their first property, usually for their own stay, well, you can see that there is no change in the stamp duty that they need to pay. Meaning to say, for local citizens, you are paying 0%, and for permanent residents, you are still paying a 5% ABSD. And of course, for the second group of people, well, I think it's fair to call them investors because they are buying the second, third, or fourth property, or maybe even more. Well, this group of people, good luck because you are taking quite a big hit. Now, for Singapore citizens, you can see a 5% increment from 12 to 17%, while for permanent residents, there is an increment from 15 to 25% for your second, and 15 to 30% for your third property or more. Ouch! When we take a look at foreigners, my, there is an increment from 20% all the way to 30%. That hurts. And of course, the last group of people that's being affected by the higher ABSD is none other than corporate entities, including developers. Previously, they need to pay about 25%, and now they need to pay about 35%. Oh my god! But well, since they are developers, who cares, right? And now, of course, the next thing that we're going to talk about is the tightening of the total debt servicing ratio. Previously, up to 60% of your household income can be used to service your monthly mortgage. But now, with the new regulation, only up to 55% can be used to service mortgage. So how does this affect our loan size? Let's find out. For simplicity's sake, we are assuming someone who can take a 30-year mortgage loan and has 3 different income sizes of $10,000, $15,000, and $20,000. So first up, let's look at the household income of $10,000. Previously, with a 60% TDSR, they can take a loan size of up to 1.34 mil. But now, with the reduction in the TDSR from 60 to 55%, they can only afford a loan size of about 1.22 mil. And of course, if we look at someone with a household income of $15,000, previously, they can take a loan of about 2.01 mil, but now, with the reduced TDSR of only 55%, they can only take up to 1.84 million. And last but not least, for someone, a household income of 20,000, previously with a 60% TDSR, they can actually take up to 2.68 mil, and now 2.45 mil. And so, the changes in the TDSR policy literally affects everyone who is looking to purchase a private property in Singapore. And now, coming to the last cooling measure, which is a reduction of the loan to valuation from 90% to 85% for HDB houses using HDB loan. Previously, if you were looking to purchase a HDB flat worth $600,000, you could actually take a loan size of up to $540,000. But today, with the new changes in the policy, you gotta cough out an extra $30,000 yourself. Ouch! So now, having said that, for those of us, if you were looking to purchase a HDB flat using a bank loan from the onset, well, the good thing is, you would pretty much remain unaffected by this change in policy. And of course, having said that, have you actually heard about the latest HDB policy changes? And now, besides the cooling measures, an equally material piece of information was released by HDB on the same day that the cooling measures was implemented on 16 December 2021. Well, HDB actually plans to ramp up supply by up to 35% over the next 2 years and by up to 100,000 units by 2025. This is a very, very huge pipeline that's coming true. As you might be aware, over the last 12 to 18 months, we have been seeing HDB resale prices going up higher and higher month after month. So with this, we actually expect to see HDB prices to actually stabilize or possibly even experience some sort of a correction. With that, we hope that you've actually benefited from this video, and if you have any questions, do feel free to reach out to the contact below. So if you've enjoyed it, do help us to share, like and subscribe to our videos. Take care and see you soon. Goodbye.